The man you're about to meet needs no introduction except... It's Little Richard! Richard, aren't you decked out?
Oh, yes, I'm beautiful. Shut up. I am beautiful. Do y'all agree with that?
Yes.
What about you all over there? Wait a minute, I'm hip to your kitchen because I know what you're cooking. I am glad to be here.
Any man with a diamond lobster can't be all bad.
Oh, that's right. He swims somewhere.
Where did you get all this stuff?
Well, the jury still came to my house and said they wanted somebody that didn't mind it, that didn't care about it. That was me. And they pinned it all on me.
I tried to dress for you tonight. This looks like kind of like a rainbow that melted.
Oh, yes. It's beautiful. That looks good.
Does it?
It's beautiful. It looks good. He needs me to be on here. I need to be one of his co-hosts on this show.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hey. Watch it. Watch it. Now, don't you do that. I'm just letting him know that he needs me on here.
Yes.
And I'll be very glad to be on here. I am available.
Yes.
And we will make this thing cook all over the country.
All over the country.
I don't have to come out all the time, just every now and then.
Yeah.
And you all can see the beauty is on duty. You know, I've been here a long time, but y'all know I'm pretty. The rest of them don't look like me. Not my age, not at this stage. And I've been a rage.
Do you mind giving your age, or is that something that...
No, I don't mind telling my age. I'm glad I've been here. What you want to talk about?
Over 21.
No, I'm 58. I'll be 59. I'm just glad that I have been here all this time and I still look as well as I do. Because I have friends, they all bent over and some of them can't move. Some of them got a stick, some of them got a chair, some of them can't get out of the chair. Some of them don't even know where the chair is, where they left it. and to be able to sit here and talk to Rick and without a stick, I feel like I've been fixed. And picked.
Yeah.
I'm on a roll.
He's on a roll.
I don't know where I'm going, but I'm rolling.
Well, let's take you, I know where you're going. Let's take you all the way back.
Yes.
Did you invent rock and roll, Richard?
Yes, I did.
Well, then it's official now.
Yes, it's been official for years. You know, I've always told the truth about it. You know, when I started, I never heard no rock and roll. I'm not trying to take nothing from nobody. I'm not trying to take no throne because it don't pay my bills. I'm not trying to take no crown because I'm still around and I'll be here by the grace of God. I'm just telling the truth. When I started, it was pigs and chickens and a few hogs. You understand me? And when I said wop, bop, baloo, bop, balop, bam, boom, I had never met nobody. It was rhythm and blues with Elmo James, Howlin' Wolf, Sonny Boy Williams, and John Lee Hooker, and Chuck Berry was even playing blues. Fats Dominoes was singing blues when I came out. And when I said wop, babaloo, ma, balop, bam, boom, and with all this wild, like, everybody got wild, everybody changed. Because they hadn't seen nothing
At that point.
At that point. And that was a big point. And it was pointing everywhere. Now, I'm not saying there are not other pillars in rock. I didn't say that. But I am the originator. I am the masterpiece. I am the architect. And that's the truth. Whether you like it or no, it's still the truth.
Yes. Why Little Richard? Was there a Big Richard?
Yes.
There was a Big Richard.
Excuse me, Rick, I'm supposed to be looking at you, and I'm looking everywhere else but here.
No, it's fine.
I'm going to look at you. I want to look at you anyway. You know what? I want to see this guy's show go to the top. He's a good guy.
Oh,
and you know, he's a good guy.
Thank you.
He's a good guy. What is happening, Rick, is that when I came out, it was Little Esther, Little Walter, a Little Willie, Little Phil, and my name is Richard Penniman, so couldn't nobody remember that. So they looked at me, and having a big head like I got, and watch it. Having a big head. I don't deny I got a big head because I'm the one that carries it, I know. See, but everybody said, well, Richard, you need a new name.
Yeah.
We're going to call you Little Richard. And so they started calling me Little Richard, and it stuck.
It did indeed.
It did, and it became a household word and all over the world, and now I'm glad.
Around that household, how many kids were there? Some people.
12.
I heard 14, but 12.
No, it's 12, and I'm the third child.
And definitely, at some point, you broke away from all of them. Were they all into music?
Nobody but me. They was, everybody in my hometown was picking cotton, picking corn, cutting tomatoes, and slicing potatoes.
In Georgia?
In Georgia. In Macon. I was eating all that they was cutting. I was eating it. And so what happened is, I didn't want to be no farmer. I didn't want to be no cook. I didn't want to be no teacher. I didn't want to read no book. So I got off the hook. I left.
You didn't look like this back then. What
No,
kind of kid
the
were
only
you,
thing I had that was shining was my teeth.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. I had these beautiful teeth, and they're still beautiful, and they're mine.
Everyone, hold on, let me see.
I bought them.
One of them.
I bought all of them. But
you couldn't make it with just beautiful teeth, so why the outrageous dress?
Well, I pulled down my mother's curtains, Rick, and I put them around my shoulders. And my dad said, I wanted 12 boys, and you're not gonna mess it up. He said, you're not gonna mess it up. I said, Dad, I'm not trying to mess up nothing. I just don't want to wear those things. My brother said they had on jeans with holes in it. I didn't want no jeans.
Yeah.
So I took the curtains and put them around me. I was still a boy, but I was a boy with curtains.
So you had a boy. Let's set this up. You're a boy with curtains. You've got mom's curtain around you.
Yes.
At what point you couldn't do church singing and choir singing with the curtain around you from your mom's house?
No.
So what was the big line of demarcation? Where did you jump off from there?
Well, I was already off when I put on the curtains.
Yeah.
When I put the curtains around me, that was it, Rick. Didn't nobody want me to do nothing no more. Everybody, I was canceled out. I was pushed out. I was knocked around. I was out. I had to find something different to do. I started playing the piano, and I started doing this high singing, woo, woo. I just started doing all that, and everybody said, woo, listen at him, look at him. And I started imitating Sister Rosetta Tharpe, and Mahalia Jackson, and Brother Joe May, and the Caravans. I just started screaming. I used to holler like a white woman, It was really something.
I got you.
And you know what a white lady do? You know what a white lady do? A white lady say, oh, black lady say, whoa.
I got some hollering with you and John Goodman I want to show everybody. Stay here. Be right back with Little Richard. There's only one of them. Back with Little Richard. There's only one.
That's right. The world ain't big enough for two. I ain't ready for two either. I like being one.
Was the music more fun back in the 50s and 60s than it is now? As an artist?
Yes, I liked it better. It had melody to it, but I still like the music of the day. I like MC Hammer. I love the rap. I like him.
Yeah, let's talk about who the king likes.
Yes.
Who do you like? MC Hammer. Who
I like MC Hammer. I like LL Cool J. I like Vanilla Ice. I like him.
Good.
I think he has a lot to offer. I've been with him.
Yeah.
In fact, I recorded with him a few days ago.
Oh, that had to be wild.
It was more than wild. He wasn't ready for me. But I made him ready.
A lot of people weren't ready. But you overcome these people.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. He wasn't ready. I said, you got to get ready now, baby. It's time to get ready now. He said, but I said, get ready. I was there, Rick. He came through. He knew what to do, and I was very true. It was one. Wait a minute. And Vanilla Ice is good. MC Hammer is fantastic. It's enough room for all of them.
I think so.
You understand? There's enough room for all of them. It's a field for all of them.
Your music has bridged the gap between the races, though.
Yes,
what a lot of people say.
Yes. When my music came out, white people didn't hear black records. They had race stations. They had black stations. and they had stations for white people and stations for black people. When I would go to a city to appear, the black people would be downstairs and the white people would be upstairs. It was called white spectators. But Tutti Frutti broke that barrier. The white people would leap over that upstairs, and it came downstairs. Tutti Frutti, wop, babaloo, ba. When I got to say bam, boom, they was downstairs.
How did you feel, though, when everybody's upstairs and downstairs, and then Pat Boone covered that song? For those who don't know what cover means, he actually took your song, recorded it himself, and put it out and had a hit with it.
And outsold me, sold more records, because the stations would play him and wouldn't play me. The white kids would take my record home, and their mothers wouldn't want my record in the house because they called I was too rockers. And they said that my records was evil and demonic and that I was too wild. And Pat Boone had the clean-cut image with the white bucks on.
Right.
He looked like he was sent from glory, you know, to tell a story.
What did you think of his version of Tutti Frutti?
I thought it was very weak. you know what I thought, Rick? You know, I call a spade a spade. I thought it was weaker than weak because he said, wop, babaloo, mop, balop, bam, boom, Tutti Frutti, oh, Rudy. And I said, wop, babaloo, mop, balop, bam, bam, Tutti Frutti, woo! And it was different. It was power.
Oh!
It was power. See, when I did it, plus I wrote it, it was my song.
It was your baby.
At the time, I felt that Pat Boone was blocking and stopping me. You know, I didn't realize what was truly happening till I got older.
Yeah.
And really be truthful, Pat Boone was a blessing to my music because he made it more acceptable to whites. He opened the door to feel a way that they wouldn't have let me through. You know, I was a black guy and the white girls were screaming over me in the South, and a beautiful black guy like me with pretty hair and beautiful skin.
It had to be tough.
And pretty eyes.
It had to be tough.
And you know, I'm not conceited either. At all.
What color are your eyes? Are they green?
They green, they brown, they get black. Sometimes I'll be attacked. I'm not exact. But it's a fact they are there. Ooh, I'm on the road.
He is on the road. So we've got Pat Boone as kind of a blessing.
Yeah, Pat Boone was a blessing to me. Thank you for bringing me back, Rick.
And then,
you know, I like that. Rick, you brought me back. Rick is beautiful. God bless your life. He brought me back. Pat Boone was a blessing in this sense. Back at that time, he was a curse to me because I felt that he was stopping my music and wasn't letting me through. My mama had 12 children. My dad had got killed. And I felt that this record was a blessing to me from God to feed my brothers and sisters. And this man came out and covered my record, and I felt that he was stopping me. And I was very disgusted. And if I had been close to him, I wouldn't have been trusted at that time.
Right.
But the years healed the wounds, and I could see through it. And I saw that he had opened a wide door for this black boy to come into stations that would not have let him in ordinarily. Thank you, Pat. I love you, baby.
And look what happened after that.
After that, he took Fat Stomach O, and he took my Long Tall Sally, but he didn't know how to duck back in the alley. That's why I had him at.
Well, Long Tall Sally, your version was different, though, than Pat's.
Oh, yes, because, see, I had lived in the alley all my life. He hadn't. So I knew how to duck back there. So I had it, see, and Pat says, Long Tall Sally, she built sweet, she got everything that Uncle John need, oh, baby. Woo, baby. I said, woo. It was a different.
Stop on that note right there, because you know who else copped that lick?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Paul McCartney?
Paul McCartney, my buddy. My buddy.
He had to have listened to you to get
yes,
that.
Yes, he did. He lived with me. I picked him up in 1959.
Paul McCartney lived with you?
He lived with me.
Let's talk about it for a second.
Oh, yes. Paul, you don't mind me telling it?
Tell it.
Okay, I won't tell it all. Let me get that straight. Are we still on?
Yeah.
I was just jiving. We just ate together, and we talked together, and I taught him how to, woo! I taught him that. And then he came out and made some records and said, woo! I said, thank you, Paul. He's been a blessing and a lesson. Okay.
So we've got a tremendous number of influences you put on other people.
Oh, yes. Jimi Hendrix was my guitar player.
Hendrix was?
Jimi Hendrix.